he saw Silva's troops appear and attacked the human group because he considered Raka his friend. At the beginning of the movie, we are reminded that humanity is slowly losing intelligence and the ability to speak due to a virus outbreak that they themselves created. On the other hand, the same virus actually turned the apes into smarter people. After that, we are shown the funeral process of Caesar, an influential figure from the ape race, who has been considered a hero and king by his people because during his lifetime, Caesar managed to bring his people to survive the Great War against humans, who were still in normal conditions at that time. 300 years after Caesar's death, the movie finally introduces its main character, who is a chimpanzee named Noah. That day, Noah and his two best friends, Anaya and Suna, climbed a tall building filled with wild plants. It turns out that this action was carried out by the Noah team to find eagle eggs that they wanted to use to take part in a special ceremony, which aims to mark their maturity, although this climb was filled with obstacles. Noah's team finally managed to get the eagle eggs they needed. Noah's team then returned to their riding horses, which were not far away. At this moment, Noah found that the small blanket on his horse suddenly disappeared, so Noah suspected that someone had stolen it. Not long ago, Noah's team saw something moving behind the bushes. Suspecting it was the thief of Noah's blanket, they finally chased him until he approached a tunnel that led to a valley. Well, because the Noah clan considered the valley a forbidden place, he ended up only taking the blanket left by the perpetrator, which according to his sense of smell was human. After that, the team returned to their place of residence. It turns out that the Noah clan is nicknamed the Eagle Clan because of their unique tradition of raising and training eagles. Soon, Noah met his mother, Dar. Dar was relieved that her only son made it home safely and brought the eagle eggs he needed. At Dar's request, Noah finally met his father named Koro, who turned out to be the clan leader. At this moment, it was revealed that Koro was an eagle expert because he managed to train several eagles at once. Unfortunately, because Koro was busy as the clan leader, he rarely paid attention to his son, so that sometimes made Noah feel disappointed. At night, Noah chased and saw an intruder who entered the settlement, but in the end, the intruder managed to escape into the forest. Then Noah found that his eagle egg had been broken. Due to the intruder's actions, even though it was late at night, Noah was desperate to find a new eagle egg in order to be able to attend the ceremony with his two friends the next day. On his way, Noah discovers that a member of his clan was killed by an army of evil apes, led by a gorilla named Silva. While hiding, Noah ventured to observe Silva's army, even though it greatly endangered his safety if he was discovered. Then, while Noah was focused on observing, the horse he left behind suddenly appeared on the location and was eventually chased by Silva's troops. Because his horse knew the way to his clan's residence, Noah immediately ran as fast as he could so that he could warn his clan before Silva's troops arrived. But when Noah arrived at the location, it turned out that Silva's troops were already there and burned down the entire house belonging to the Eagle clan. Noah found that his mother, Anaya, and Suna were captured by Silva's troops. Because of their help, Noah finally managed to escape and went to save his father. Unfortunately, Koro was being beaten by Silva, both with his bare hands and electric baton weapons. Upon learning of this incident, Noah immediately fought as hard as possible to stop Silva, but Silva kept control of the situation until he finally managed to kill Koro. Then, just before Noah fell from a height, Silva hinted that he and his troops were doing all this action in the name of Caesar. The next day, Noah regained consciousness after a night of unconsciousness. Upon checking the situation, Noah found that his village had been destroyed by Silva's army. Upon finding his father's corpse, Noah buried it in a proper place as a final tribute to his father. After that, Noah suspected that all of his clan members, including his mother and his two best friends, had been kidnapped by the Silva troops because he didn't find their bodies at the site. Carrying the electric baton left by the Silva troops, Noah finally went down the tunnel to the Forbidden Valley because in that place he found many footprints of his clan members. When just entering the valley area, Noah accidentally found his mother's small blanket, so he was even more convinced that his mother had been kidnapped by Silva's troops. Now Noah determined his heart to wade through the valley to save his mother and clan members. Noah's long journey then brought him together with an orangutan named Raka. Raka was initially going to attack Noah because he thought he was Silva's men, but when Noah explained his identity and the tragic events that befell his clan, Raka finally canceled the attack and told him that his friend was also killed by Silva's troops. Afterwards, Raka showed that he had extensive knowledge about Caesar, from his origin, role to his teachings. When Noah tells him that Silva's troops acted in the name of Caesar, Raka can finally confirm that they have distorted Caesar's teachings. The reason is, during his lifetime, Caesar always taught his people to always unite instead of killing each other. Not long ago, Noah had seen pictures of ancient humans, which are very contrary to their current condition. Raka mentions the decline of humans in terms of thinking and communication as a result of the virus pandemic that turned apes into smart people. Although now humans can only scavenge for food scraps, Raka still considers their existence important because he knows that Caesar will also be like that. At night, Noah and Raka see a human woman while they are eating together. Raka managed to lure the human out of hiding by giving her a little food. At Raka's request, Noah finally agreed to lend his mother's blanket to warm the human's body. Now Raka gives the human a nickname, Nova, because to his knowledge, Caesar once called a human close to him by the name Nova. Raka concluded that Nova's condition was different from humans in general because her behavior indicated that she still had a mind. Now Noah just realized that Nova turned out to be the person who previously stole a small blanket on his horse, infiltrated his clan's house, and damaged his eagle eggs. The next day, Raka decided to accompany Noah's journey to find his mother. Sympathizing with Nova's condition, Raka also takes her along. On the way, they accidentally come across a group of humans who are more like primitive creatures due to the degeneration they have experienced. Raka chose to stay with the primitive human group and Nova so that he could take care of them as taught by Caesar. Shortly after Noah left them, he saw Silva's troops appear and attacked the human group. Because he considered Raka his friend, Noah returned to help him. When Nova was cornered by Silva's troops, she shouted Noah's name, so that it proves that Nova can still speak, like humans of old. Long story short, Noah finally managed to save Nova, Because of help from Raka, after successfully escaping, Nova finally told Noah and Raka about his true identity. Nova revealed that he actually had a real name, Mai. Mai tells that out there are actually still many normal humans like her, but unfortunately they have been killed by Silva's troops. At the end of her statement, Mai admitted that she was taught by her late mother to pretend not to be able to speak like primitive humans so that she would not be killed by evil apes like Silva's troops. Because Mai has been honest, Noah, who was previously indifferent, now cares about her and began to consider her a friend. Noah promised that he and Raka would try to take care of Mai. In order to repay Noah and Raka's kindness, Mai led them to a location that she knew was where Silva's troops were holding the Noah clan. But on the way, the three of them met Silva's troops again. Instantly, there was a fierce battle that finally made Raka fall into the river and was dragged by a very swift current. On the other hand, Silva managed to capture Noah and also Mai. After a long journey, Silva finally managed to bring Noah and Mai to a coastal area. It turns out that this location was previously mentioned by Mai as the place of detention of Noah's clan. In addition, this location is also the residence of Silva's boss, who until then had not yet appeared. When dragged to the place of detention, Noah found that the surviving members of his clan were now slaves in that place. Then, once the ropes binding his hands were removed, Noah was told by Silva's men that from now on this place would be his new home. Not long ago, Noah observed the conditions around until finally he met Suna. Suna did not expect Noah to be alive because previously she saw Noah fall from a height that could generally kill an ape. At the same time, Silva's men put Mai into a room for human prisoners. From there, Mai finally met a normal human like herself named Trevathan. Trevathan was forced to stay here because he was previously arrested when he tried to escape. Back to Noah, he finally met his mother Dar, although Noah felt very grateful that his mother was still alive, but on the other hand, he was also very sad because he failed to protect his father's life. A few minutes later, all the apes in that place witnessed the speech made by Silva's boss, named Proximus. Proximus claimed that he was the new Caesar, and it was reinforced by the cheers of his men, who called Proximus by the name of Caesar. Proximus hinted that he was inspired by Caesar's teachings to unite all apes so that they become stronger. Unfortunately, Proximus applied the teaching in the wrong way, as he forced apes from various clans to become his slaves. After his speech, Proximus ordered the slaves to force open the gate of a secret facility, which was a relic of ancient humans. But in the end, the combination of ape power and Proximus army equipment failed to open the gate. Seeing this incident, Mai urged Trevathan to work together to thwart the Proximus plan to open the facility. The reason is that if the Proximus gets the technology and weapons in the facility, Mai believes that the human condition will deteriorate further and lose the opportunity to fight back. But Trevathan refused and tried to influence Mai to stop interfering with the Proximus plan. Apparently, Trevathan behaved this way because he was able to accept the grim reality that apes have now replaced humans as the rulers of the world. Afterward, Noah took the time to talk to Suna. Learning from Raka's knowledge and the existence of the Proximus, Noah revealed that all this time the elders of his clan had deliberately kept the existence of the outside world a secret. Suna could only refer to Noah as an ape who was different from their kind, because he had sharp analytical and logical abilities. After that, Noah was invited by the Proximus to attend a banquet, where there were Mai and Trevathan. Noah got to see his best friend, Anaya, who is now a personal servant of Proximus. After giving a speech, Proximus revealed that he wanted to get the equipment in the secret facility so that he could make apes do great things, which could only be done by humans in ancient times. Proximus did not care about Mai's blasphemy, who said he took what did not belong to him. Proximus then asked Noah for help to open the facility gate, because he believed that Noah's ability to repair electric stick weapons could be used to open the gate. In order to get Noah's support, Proximus invited him to talk privately. Proximus told him that he actually kidnapped and enslaved apes from various clans to launch his main mission, which was to build the Ape Kingdom. Proximus also asked Noah to be wary of Mai, because according to him, she secretly wanted to take the equipment in the facility to help humans rise up and fight back. It could endanger the ape nation. This is why Proximus dared to do everything possible to seize the facility's equipment first, so that he could completely eliminate the potential for human resistance. After meeting with Proximus, Noah received advice from his mother, so that he learned to accept the harsh reality that his clan must now submit to Proximus. But Noah did not want to follow his mother's advice, because from the beginning he had promised himself to free his clan as atonement for his failure to protect his father's life. A few hours later, Noah met Mai, who was in need of his help. Mai finally answered some of Noah's questions honestly, so that she was willing to help him. Mai confirmed Raka's words that humans and apes did coexist in ancient times. But at that time, humans became the most dominant creatures on Earth, while apes were just ordinary animals. The situation finally changed to what it is now since the virus pandemic, which was created by humans themselves. Mai also told that her group was killed by Proximus when she managed to find their settlement. Mai finally said that the facility equipment she had needed was a special book that could restore human speech. Believing Mai had told the truth, Noah finally wanted to help her, because on the other hand, he also needed Mai's help to free his clan. After that, Noah managed to convince Suna and Anaya to help him free their clan. This mission finally began when Noah's team followed Mai's strategy to secretly install explosives around the seawater dam, which surrounded the Proximus power settlement and facilities. When the time was right, these explosives would be activated to destroy the dam and the Proximus settlement. The situation will later be utilized by Noah to free his clansmen. In the midst of the explosive installation process, Mai was forced to kill Trevathan because he was going to report to the Proximus regarding the actions of the Noah and Mai teams. The Noah team then managed to help Mai get into the facility by climbing the cliff that led to the ventilation shaft from that place. Not long after, Noah allowed Mai to move on her own to find the book she wanted. Well, without the knowledge of the Noah team, it turned out that what Mai was looking for was actually an electronic item that was an important component of a certain tool. This means Mai has lied to Noah. At the same time, Noah's team accidentally found a book that showed the conditions of ancient times, because in the book there were pictures of apes living in cages, while humans could move freely because they became dominant creatures. Noah began to suspect Mai's plan to help humans. After that, Noah's team met again with Mai, who at that time managed to secure the targeted item. At this moment, we could see several human combat vehicles, so that means this place is a military facility. Then when the Noah team and Mai began to open the gate of the facility from the inside, Proximus and his troops were waiting for their arrival in front of the gate, as if Proximus already knew their secret actions. Proximus was very angry with Noah because he trusted my who for him was a lying human. Seeing the situation getting more and more worrying, Mai finally used her secret gun to kill Proximus' men who were holding Suna hostage at that time. In order to prevent more victims, Proximus was finally forced to allow Mai to escape. In this situation, it was used by Mai to activate the explosives. Once the dam was destroyed by the explosion, the seawater immediately crashed into the settlement to the facility. In order to save themselves, all the apes at the location ran scattering towards the upper level of the facility so that they could avoid the water. In the midst of the increasing volume of water, Noah had to face Silva, who at that time wanted to kill him. With his ingenuity, Noah managed to trap Silva until finally the gorilla drowned. Noah made it out safely through a ventilation shaft. There he found all the members of his clan, including his mother and best friend, who also survived the same way. Not long after, Proximus appeared and immediately beat Noah for being a traitor. In the midst of this situation, Noah saw a flock of eagles who had been faithful to follow his clan. Noah cleverly sang a typical song from his clan that had been used to command the eagles. Noah's action was followed by clan members, so the eagle flock immediately attacked Proximus until he finally fell from the cliff. Since defeating Proximus, Noah was elected as the clan leader to replace his father. In the midst of this peaceful atmosphere, Mai finally met Noah to say goodbye. Since the incident at the facility, Noah began to have a dilemma, whether he should consider Mai as an enemy or remain friends with him. Noah also began to wonder whether with the current situation apes and humans can coexist like the old days. Considering that these two camps have very conflicting interests. In the midst of his mixed feelings, Noah finally gave Mai Raka's Caesar symbol necklace to show that he would still be good to her even though Mai was planning a human resistance to reclaim their world. After Mai left, Noah was determined to build a stronger ape clan so that they could survive human attacks in the future. Some time later, Mai came to a satellite base that had been a human residence. There Mai handed over electronic items taken from the facility to a female resident at the place. This item was then used by a team of technicians to reactivate the satellite until finally they managed to make contact with other normal humans. Meanwhile, Noah began to think of strategies so that his clan would be able to face the human resistance that would most likely occur at some point in the future. And the movie was finally finished. So that's the whole storyline of the movie, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. What would you do if someday events like in this movie happened in the real world? Please write your opinion in the comment section below. Thank you for watching and see you soon.